Hello, everybody. We are back with another prediction. Less than 30 days out this time. And what do you know? It's gotten crazier the last 10 days. So, I guess my prediction has changed. Might as well get to it. Here we go. Safe Republican states. The usual stuff. Let's see. The South. And then here we go. That is all the safe Republican states. 89 electoral votes. And there are more safe Democrat states, I'm pretty sure, than Republican. California, Washington, Hawaii, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, D.C., Maryland. I think that's it. So that's 127.89. But there's more likely Republican states. You got Alaska, Montana, Missouri, Indiana. The polls are really weird in Missouri right now. I think Trump will win by a likely margin. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe it's something that nobody's seeing, but I still think Trump will win by a likely margin. Same with South Carolina. Pretty likely over there. And I think that's it with those states. Not likely Democrat states are Illinois, Rhode Island, Delaware, New Jersey, and that's it. And actually Maine's first congressional district is likely. It could be safe, but I'll leave it in the likely column for now. Now, lean Republican states. It is Ohio. I know there's a Trafalgar poll out today with Trump +4 in Ohio. He has been down lately. I think it's going to get better, though, for Trump as the election airs up. I'm honestly not sure what more could possibly happen this year, but I do not doubt that things are going to get crazier in the next, 30 days or 29 days. I mean, like 10 days ago, this happened in 10 days. Trump got coronavirus. Well, Melania too, and then a bunch of people in his cabinet. Amy Coney Barrett nominated for the Supreme Court. The first presidential debate, which was completely, that was like insane. And it was one of the craziest presidential debates I think there was in the history of this country. Maybe a Trump versus Clinton debate, but I don't even think so. The debate was just crazy. So, who knows? When I do the next video, less than 20 days, who the hell knows what's going to happen? But I also think Iowa and Texas are all likely. All for the same reason Ohio. I think the polls will spread out. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen right now, but I do think that as the election gets closer, a lot of these undecided voters, maybe undecided or maybe lean Trump even, but still not saying exactly who they prefer, will go for Trump, especially in these states. But for lean Democrat, Connecticut, Maine at large, Oregon, Minnesota, Virginia, New Mexico, and Colorado are all lean Democrat. And that's a lot of states right there. Obviously, like I say every video, Oregon and Connecticut are trending to the right. Just from previous elections doesn't mean that they're solid Republican or anywhere close to that. They're still, have a Democratic, Democrat, identity, I guess you could say. And then New Mexico, Colorado, and Virginia. I guess Minnesota's trending right. But Colorado, Mexico, and Virginia are all trending to the left. So they're going to end up in the same category, I think. Is that it with every lean state? Oh, I'm sorry. I also forgot that Maine's second congressional district was lean with Ohio, Iowa, and Texas. Now, tilt Democrat. Let's start with tilt Democrat. I think Arizona will tilt Democrat. It's really made drastic shifts since. Oh, and also New Hampshire. But with Arizona, things. When you go back 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, it was a completely different story. I really don't know what's going on with Arizona. Maybe there will be some hope for the Trump campaign, but as of now, Biden is up in Arizona. I don't think he'll win by 4 or 5 points. I think he'll win maybe 1 point, 2 points at his best, but I think he'll win that state. which is scary for the Trump campaign and for Republicans, seeing how Arizona, this entire area is shifting to the left, Virginia shifting to the left. A lot of these former Republican states are shifting to the left, and they're actually running out of a lot of electoral votes, as you can see right now. 237, 188. Trump could still win the election, but it's just a lot harder. Even if you took out the tilt states and lean states for both parties, the Democrats have an advantage. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna come back. Actually, I have one more lean state, is Georgia. I keep forgetting. Trump will win Georgia, I think maybe 3 or 4 points. Anyway, let's get back to the tilt states. North Carolina, I still see it being tilt. I mean, honestly, because there is if you look at the voter registration in North Carolina, there's a higher proportion of Republicans to Democrats. And they do have a lot of evangelical turnout there, especially since Mike Pence is VP. I think Trump will gain more support there. I also think Trump will win Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. It'll be close. He won it by 3 points in 2016. It could narrow up a little bit, get into the 1 to 2 point margin. He'll still carry the state, though, or whatever the district. I guess the whole state. Anyway, we'll go back to tilt, because you gotta make it suspenseful, you know what I mean? Tilt Democrat is Michigan. I guess that's the second flip of the night for Joe Biden's category. That's bringing them up to 253. Trump won that state by 0.3%. He might make a final run over there. But I don't know how good that's going to help Trump, or how good that's going to help Biden, or how good it's going to help Trump. I just think that, if these polls are even somewhat accurate, where Biden is up 7 points in Michigan, and there's 30 days until the election, there's not much the Trump campaign can do left. Now, I don't have a ton of faith in the polls, given what's happened in 2018, 2016. But, the margin of error would have to be insane in even all of these states, all the Rust Belt states, for the fact that it would be that Trump would have a big chance at winning. Now, I still think Trump can win these, but the polls are really looking bad for Trump. Anyway, I also think Nevada will tilt blue. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have it tilt red. And that's because Donald Trump is up with Hispanic support. That's one of his major things that he can talk about. He is up. I'm pretty sure he went from like 27% approval with the Hispanic community in 2016. He's now in the low 40s. So, if that really happens and they really turn out for Trump, he'll win. He'll definitely win Nevada. Now, I don't know if the turnout's going to be correct, and who knows what their stances are going to be on election day. But if that stands true, then he could win Nevada, and he could still win Arizona. But I'll leave Arizona in Joe Biden. I also think Florida, because of Hispanic support. I do think in the end, Donald Trump will get a lot of the older support, like he got in 2016. I know it's not looking that promising for him right now. He'll turn it around as soon as he gets out of the hospital, and he starts campaigning. I do think it'll help him. But we honestly don't know when he's going to get out, and we don't know when he's going to start campaigning again. I do think, there's 30 days until an election. I think he'll be cleared by right before the next presidential debate. So maybe he'll start campaigning around that. Now, he's going to make a final push in these states, and he'll take Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. So that gives him, it's actually the exact same map that I had last week, or whatever, 10 days ago. 285 to 283. I think that's pretty much the same map. Trump still wins this election. Biden, obviously, if Biden wins Pennsylvania, he wins the election. But I see that Trump winning Florida and North Carolina. So I think, and he's going to win all the Rust Belts there, not all the Rust Belt, all the other 12 slip states. So if he does make a final pit stop in these 3 states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, he could definitely do some damage to the Biden campaign. And that's why I don't really, I'm not really sure about these polls, or maybe they're correct, but he will stop there at the end, like he did in 2016, and it will sway a few voters, and I think that could give him an edge in 2 out of the 3 states. Michigan, he only won by 0.3%, and the other ones he won by, I think, 0.8%, 0.7%. So 285, 253, let's shift it all to one color. I'm very interested to see what happens in the next 10 days because I can only expect it's going to get crazier. The new electoral map, but all I can say is that, this is just not looking good just for America. Just such division in the country. And I honestly don't know what's going to happen this election because everybody is just, it's just so much hatred on I guess both sides. And I really don't know how. And people, they have to make a choice, and it's just going to be what are they going to choose this election? I do see it edging out Trump, but we'll see what happens in the next 10, 20, 30 days. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Please subscribe, and have a nice day.